my guest is Liz Coates from the Kingston Frontenac Public Library. Now, I think most of us think a library is where you borrow books, and that's it. But you offer some really fascinating programs.
Oh, we offer way more than just books.
For sure.
Park passes, museum passes, and I'm the manager of programming and outreach. So I'm going to tell you a little bit about some of our programs that we offer.
Well, and they range from preschool all the way up to, well, adults. So let's start with the preschool programs that you offer.
Yeah, so we offer programs every day of the week for the 0 to 6 crowd. We do Baby and Me, Rhythm and Rhyme, Play to Learn, which is a school readiness program. All of our early years programs are based on research, so all about talking, singing, reading, writing, and playing with your child. And you can expect music and dancing and rhymes and books, and it's a great way to connect with other parents as well.
I can imagine if you're a stay-at-home and the conversation becomes a little limited with a, under 6. So yes,
totally.
Adult conversation would probably be welcome. So the getting ready for school, that one, tell me more about that.
So Play to Learn, it's all about physical literacy and learning things like how to line up properly and, take turns, put your hand up. So it's great for like the 2 to 4 crowd.
That's so interesting. I wouldn't have thought of those as skills that need, but you're right, you're not born with that, of course. That's really a good idea.
Yeah.
Right. What is your favorite of these? Which one do you really look
I have to say Rhythm and Rhyme. So I'm a mom as well. I've got a 2-year-old and a 4-year-old. So on my parental leaves, I spend a lot of time at these programs. And the Rhythm and Rhyme is quite lovely. It's a music class for little ones. So you're like using instruments like bells and sticks and rhythm scarves, and it's just a really delightful experience.
Oh, that sounds like fun. And then you move on to teenagers?
Yeah, so a lot of our teen programs at the library are based on getting volunteer hours. So teens need to get 40 hours in high school, and we have one really unique opportunity that I wanted to tell you about.
Sure.
And that's the Kingston Youth Climate Council.
Oh.
So we live in a time of like unprecedented climate change, and this is a group where teens can get their volunteer hours with a focus on climate change. So they're a group of passionate change makers. They engage with materials about climate change and have discussions, and they also plan events. So they've done foraging workshops, seed saving. They've worked with the Limestone Beekeepers Association. And the latest thing they're doing, it's on November 12th. It's a Youth Climate Action Summit, and it's in partnership with the Frontenac Arch Biosphere. So our central branch at 130 Johnson Street is going to be taken over by teenagers, all about climate on November the 12th. Every space is booked. There's going to be speakers and workshops and all kinds of things.
That is such a good idea, and it gets to them just about the age where these are habits that they'll carry on into their adult life. And if we haven't screwed things up already enough that there's no going back, then we leave the planet in good hands. That is such a great initiative. Yeah. What else do you offer for teenagers?
Well, we have a teen advisory group out of the Pittsburgh branch in the East End.
What's that all about?
So they advise the library on program services and collections, and they get to plan events as well. So they've planned things like a board games night, and they will, they'll give us advice on like our teen spaces and how we can make them more engaging. So it's a real leadership opportunity.
That is, what a good idea. That is so. Yeah, I get to see all the skills they would build just being part of that.
Managing a budget, public speaking. It's a real like resume builder type of volunteer experience.
Team building, having to work with other people.
Totally.
And there's so much in that. Whoa, I had no idea. And Then you get to the adults. What have you got for us?
Oh, so many things. So we're doing a English conversation circle for newcomers on Monday afternoons. We have our One Earth Climate series in partnership with Sustainable Kingston on Tuesdays. But my one that I hold very close to my heart is our Talking Cafe series.
Oh, what's that about?
So it's at the Central Branch on Monday mornings from 10:30 to 12. It's in partnership with Compassionate Communities Kingston, and it's all about making friends as an adult. So it can be really hard to, maybe if you've recently joined the Kingston community, or you've recently retired and have more time on your hands. It's enjoy coffee and tea and some refreshments, and there's a facilitated discussion on a variety of topics, whatever comes up. So we piloted a couple of these back in the winter and spring, and we found that people were able to really make connections and build friendships.
Oh.
So it's just a wonderful chance to meet new people and come together, and it's every week. So you come back and have these different conversations and really build relationships.
I really like that idea. I might look into that myself. I kind of like the idea.
We would love to have you come.
That would be so interesting. Just gave me an idea there. You used to run lectures. Do you still do that?
We do. So we offer special events. So our One Earth Climate series, that's a little bit of the lecture style. So you can come and hear an energy advisor from Sustainable Kingston talk about different things. So about making your home more energy efficient. So basements and how to make those, make upgrades to make them more energy efficient and save money. Retrofits, those sorts of topics. We also have one coming up with the Little Forests Kingston.
Oh, yeah, we had them here last spring.
Yeah, so they're going to talk about, well, I would say rewilding your lawn. They would say more like reimagining, but to make your front lawn a space for pollinators and wildlife and that sort of thing. So I'm really excited for that topic as well.
I remember her very well, and she is very, very good, very passionate about the whole subject. Yeah. And then another program we offer that's kind of that lecture style, but even more hands-on skill building. So I don't know if you know, but the Central Branch has a Create Space. No.
So
tell me about that.
it's a little maker space, and it's free for everyone to use. It's got a 3D printer, it's got a sewing machine, it's an embroidery machine, a button maker, a Cricut, a digitization station. So if you have old home videos, you can digitize them. So free for anyone to use. And out of that space, on Thursday evenings, we are doing a series called Make It Happen. And that's all about learning different skills, so we've got one coming up this Thursday on hydroponics. So how to keep gardening all throughout the winter. There will be another round of the series starting in November, and you can expect topics like how to use power tools, how to hand sewing. So you get to really come out with a skill. We've done 3D printing workshops there. So that's another one where you get to connect with a local expert and learn how to make something or learn a new skill.
That is so interesting. I had no idea. Wow. And I remember the lectures I went to were more about, they were usually authors, and they'd written a book. One was the Halifax explosion. It was fascinating. Another was about healthcare. Just fascinating subjects. And it was just I think it was a Saturday afternoon, and with a question and answer afterwards. Just really enjoyed those. But again, all these things you offer, and here's the best part, it's free, right?
Free for everyone.
You don't charge for any of these programs.
Nope, all the supplies are covered, all the programs are free, and everyone's welcome.
That is fascinating. And what a good deal. And you know what? Your tax dollars pay for this, so why not use it?
Oh, totally. It's the library is such an untapped resource for people in the community. I feel like it's one person at a time. You're just telling them all the things we have to offer. Ebooks. Like I said, we also lend out park passes. So if you wanted to go to Sandbanks,
I didn't know about that.
yeah, you can borrow a park pass with your library card. And we just got ROM passes. So if you're planning a trip to Toronto, you can borrow a pass to the ROM and go for free with your family.
Wow, that alone is, that's a money saver right there.
Totally.
And some of the, you mentioned museums, some of the other museums?
So our local museums, the Pump House and the McLaughlin Woodworking Museum, we've got passes there. We also have passes to the Museum of Nature in Ottawa.
Wow. I've learned so much today. And thank you. And people want to know more about these wonderful programs you have at the library. How can they find out more?
They can check out our website, kfpl.ca, or give us a call, or drop in and see us at any of our branches.
All right, sounds good. Thanks so much for coming in.
Thank you.
Okay.